What's up, guys? I'm going to show you how to dump a Class C RV today. So one thing that you're probably going to want to start with, I did it a few times without, but I wouldn't recommend it because there's always something a little bit that comes out, is having a pair of gloves. You can just get these at like a Walmart or a Home Depot. Not very expensive, but I would highly recommend doing it unless you want poop on your hands, which is always a slight possibility. A couple things to look at if you want to bring it over here. So for us, ours is inside, sometimes it's out, and the chute is right here. Typically the bigger one is going to be your black tank, and the smaller one is going to be your gray water, so stuff that comes out of your sink, your shower, versus stuff that comes down the toilet. I like to do stuff that comes out of the toilet first, and then it kind of washes down with the gray water. So this is just a sewer hose. Again, if it didn't already come with it, you can pick this up at Walmart, Home Depot, get it off Amazon. So this is the Camco Rhino. It's just a generic sewer hose. This happens to be 20 feet with an extension. You can probably get away with something shorter. Mine is kind of far away, so I'm glad I have a long one. So if you come over here, I'm just gonna snake this up and attach it here. And I'm gonna take this end, I'm gonna throw it through the hole and attach it. So we're gonna come up through here. The angle on this one is a little weird, but we're just gonna bend it into place for our purposes. Then I'm gonna cinch it so that it locks firmly in because we don't want anything coming out. All right, so that's that end. I'm not gonna open anything yet, okay? Right here, this is just a little instrument that is handy for making sure that it flows in the direction that you want. Got my cap here. Put it here. I'm just gonna leave that there so that way it has some pressure, it doesn't move, okay? So we're gonna come back. Like I said, the bigger one typically indicates that it's your black tank. We're gonna start with that. This is all the poop and the pee, okay? So it's just a valve right here, pretty simple. I'm just gonna slowly pull it. You can see the liquid moving through the pipe. And if you head back over there, you'll actually start to see it come out. And go down the chute. A lovely time. Now, here's what I like to do is I'll wait a couple minutes and allow most of the stuff to go through and come out. But what I do to wash it and make sure it all comes out is I've left the water attached so that I can go back in and I'll actually flush the toilet and let fresh water go down so that it makes sure that just it all flushes out. Alright, so we won't show that on this video, but I will do that. That's why I leave the water attached. Or you can even take a gallon of water, fresh water, and just pour it down, and that way it just flushes all of it out. And you want to go until, so currently, you know, the liquid is pretty brown, you know, so what I'll do is I will stick fresh water down it, clean water down, until this turns into more of a clear color, okay? So that's what you're gonna wanna do. So we're gonna take a break from this video in a second. We're gonna let this flow out, and then I'll close that and I'll show you the gray water. Okay, so we just finished the black water, flushed a few gallons down to make sure that the water is now clear. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna shut the valve right here to the black water. Okay, I don't like to keep both valves open because it creates a weird vacuum. So you shut one, okay, and then you pull the smaller one. This is the gray water, okay? Just does it itself, you can hear it. Water's coming through, all right? That's just gonna come out. Same thing. This one obviously shouldn't look quite as dark, depending on what you're putting in your shower and what you're putting down your sink. But we're gonna let that flow through. And you can go in and run your sink water down if you want to drain it down if you'd like. This one I don't find to be quite as necessary just because it's not poop, it's just gray water. But you can do that just to be efficient. And then pretty much after that's done, we'll just shut that valve and we'll start cleaning things up. Alright, so the last bit is very simple. You're just going to come over, you're going to push this valve in, make sure it's tight and done. Okay, so that way no liquid's coming out when you untwist the actual thing. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this thing off. It's pretty simple. just the way you put it on. Now, one thing is, typically liquid might get trapped in here. So just to finish the job, I will take it like this from this end. And I'll just take it all the way here and make sure that whatever's left in there actually gets out. Otherwise it'll come out later and you don't want that. If you look in here, there's always typically a little residue. So what you're gonna wanna do is after you disconnect your water, if you have access to water, is you're gonna wanna put fresh water down here. So don't take that out yet. Pour your water down and get all that goop and stuff out of there. And then again, make sure it runs through the pipe so it kind of cleans it, because you just put pipe poop and stuff down there until that runs all the way through. Then wrap it up and put it on back.